All right, so the title of 7.3 is use functions involving E. Okay, I briefly mentioned yesterday that E is a number. Okay, it's Euler's number. We call it a natural base E. Okay, just some facts about it. It is irrational. Okay, just like pi. And I'm going to tell you this. It's probably going to confuse you, but this is more just like a FYI. As n approaches positive infinity, 1 plus 1 over n raised to the n approaches E, which is approximately equal to 2.718281828.
That's a long number.
Okay, you really just need to know that it's approximately 2.71, like we know pi is approximately 3.14. Okay, the rest of that definition, if you don't get it, don't worry about it, don't stress about it. All that is telling you that this is what the number is.
Okay. I was thinking. I like math again, but yeah.
All right, so some of this stuff in this section literally just says to simplify the expression. Okay, so you need to remember your rules of exponents. If you need a refresher, chapter 6 is a whole refresher on that, but I feel like we shouldn't need to do that because we've done a lot with exponents. So for e to the negative 2 times e to the 6. Okay, when we're multiplying, what do we do to the exponents?
We subtract or multiply.
You add.
Okay, add or subtract them. So in this case, what do we have?
Subtract, so it's E4.
So it's e to the 4th, 6, 2, e to the negative 2, all raised to the negative 4. Okay, so in this one, remember that the negative 4 on the outside goes to both pieces inside. Okay, with the 2, it just is making 2 go to the negative 4. But what is it doing to this e that's already raised to the negative 2? A power to a power, you do what? Multiply. It's going to be e to the positive 8. Okay, am I done? No. Why?
Because a negative exponent.
Okay, I can't have negative exponent, so I need to do what with it?
Put it over something.
Okay, so 1 over 2 to the 4th times e to the 8th, and 2 to the 4th is what? 1 more. 16. 1 over 16, e to the 8th, and now I'm done. Okay, or if you want to write it as e to the 8 over 16, that's fine too.
Well, I like all the letters we learned about this year. Yeah.
All right, 8. E to the x times e to the negative 3x times e to the 4th.
About to sneeze. Bless you.
All right, ideas on what to do here.
Yeah, I do. Factor. No. How about you simplify the x's? So e to the negative 2 times e to the 4th. And then you put e on the bottom, so it's gonna be 1 over e. Oh wait, 2x.
Hold on, don't do that yet. Okay. I have the same base, so I can add these together.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to be e to the negative 2x plus 4. And then we leave it there. Okay, because it's on a variable that's not like just like e to the negative x or something, we actually leave it on top because we don't know like what that's equal to. So we leave it there because it may ultimately come out to be positive, so we may not need to flip it.
So the only time we flip it is when
Like if it's just like e raised to the negative 2.
that's when you would flip it.
I mean, if it was just like negative x, we could push it to the bottom, but don't necessarily need to. Oh, come on.
Is there anything else in this section?
A little bit, but not a ton. And then we'll jump back to 7-4.
Aren't you about to say trig? And I was like, please don't.
Are we done with trig forever?
No.
Next
Next year.
year.
Unless you just take stats, you will see trig again. And a lot of it. All right, with this one. Ideas on what to do here.
No.
Can you just make a negative 4?
Don't you subtract
negative
now?
4x on the top?
Or could you multiply?
Don't
like,
you
equal
s-
4 to the x on both sides? Or top and bottom?
Isn't it? It's like if you divide by it, don't you subtract? Oh.
Okay, I'm going to move this one to the one where it's bigger. So I'm going to move this e to the x to the bottom. So I'm going to be left with 4 on top. And then e to the 4x minus x is going to be e to the 3x. And I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Look at me. I am so smart.
All right, next one on your calculator. So grab your calculator real quick. Okay, on the left-hand side of your calculator, the giant ln that's there, if you look right above it, there's an e to the x, okay? So you have to hit second and then the ln button, and that'll give you e to the x. Okay, so we're going to have, let's see, 20 e to the negative 3/4. So you're going to do second and hit the e, and it'll automatically throw the little exponent box up top. You're just going to make sure you do the negative sign that's at the bottom of your calculator, not the minus sign. Okay, negative 3 divided by 4 in the exponent. Hit enter.
0.47.
0.47. Okay, always 2 decimal places. 24 e to the 4.3. So again, you're going to do the same thing. That e raised to the power and then put in 4.3. What do you get? All right, and one more. 30.4 e to the 4.1, okay? So you're going to put in your 0.4 first, then you're going to put in your e raised to the power, and then you can put in that 4.1. And what do you get when you do that?
24.13.
Should be 1.4, round up.
Whoops. I didn't see the 6 there.
All right. So from this section, and that's where we're going to stop today. So you have like 10 minutes to work on this. Tomorrow we'll kind of wrap up a little bit more with 7.4, doing some of the exponentials, and then maybe do a little bit on one other thing.